interactive, turn by turn. And three persons that will be taking this segment is Brother Christian, Brother Femi, and Brother Bam.
7. I want to thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you for the board also, and thank you for all members present. Well, very quickly, I just want to do justice to just few things this evening, and then we are done. How do we connect Christian for greater works? You know, some times ago, I had to do a study of the Paris Club and also the London Club. And I discovered that in 1956 years ago, this conception of the Paris Club came up. And amazingly, they started doing so well that nations of this world turned out to become members of that club. I was thinking individuals, but nations, countries. About 22 of them are permanent, strong members of this Paris Club. And when all those things were going on and the rest of them, it came to a point in 1970 that London Club also was birthed, because they saw what Paris Club was. And that is truly amazing. And I met a man not quite long ago, and he posed a brainchild. And this brainchild, he understood so well to explain the dynamics and the chemistry of the whole thing. And that is the person of Prince. I said, somebody is betting another Paris Club. Somebody is betting another London Club. And I tell you the truth, friends, that the redemption of this nation is here. The redemption of Africa is here. It's in the hand of the church. It's in the hand of the church I call the government. It's in the hand of the church I call the legislator. The persons that will take on the judicial position for this particular world. The economy of the church is here. And I tell you the truth, the kings and the priests we are looking for, he's already here. With this singular idea, I know that we're going to touch the world. We are already a net. We are already a connected individuals. We're already a people that can bring back that wealth that God is talking about. And you know, friends, befriend many people who will run and who are above and below your financial level. Then find ways to help them achieve their desires. You have discovered the secret of partnership. 17 is doing. And I tell you, friends, that something great is happening. You know, someone need to give you this little story about a young man. There is this young man who is a chauffeur, which we call taxi driver. Is that right? One day there is this particular man, very rich. He was driving to a particular hotel. So when he lodged, he had a conference to attend. And this man didn't even know where he was going. So he woke up that morning to attend the conference, and he was to be a speaker there, not knowing that the hotel where the conference is holding is close by to where he was going. So he needed to board a car. And amazingly, this wonderful chauffeur just drove and saw this man standing. And he asked the man, sir, where are you going? He said, I want to go to so and so place. And the young man looked at him. He said, you can just take a step, 2, 3, you are there. You wouldn't need a taxi. But may I help you, sir, to get to where you are going? And amazingly, this young man just took this man. The man hopped into his vehicle and he drove into that place and they sat quietly. And the man looked at him. He never knew that this was going to be his connector. They just exchanged their phone numbers. And after a week, the man called him. He said, thank you for that which you have done for me. He said, you know, sir, I'm not even a Christian, I'm a Muslim. I said, but when I saw you, something said I should pick it. For this show of kindness, do you know that this shopper gave his life to Christ? And after that, the connection began and continued and continued. And you know what, friends? You can never tell. Just a membership of 117 Club can make a whole difference in your life. Because I know that the millionaires and the billionaires we are looking for, they are already here. I told myself, as I step in, I become, and I became, and I became one. That is Club 117. All right? You may say, Prof, that's not read scripture. Don't worry, we're reading scriptures. First Chronicles chapter 12 verse 32 already said it. It said of the sons of Issachar, they understood times and seasons, and they know what their brethren ought to do. Do you know, in the dark parts of your heart, you were wondering, how can this country be redeemed? And Prince had a dream. That dream is what we are saying today, Club 117. Is that okay? So how do we foster to build this connection or this relationship? I will only look at it from Exodus chapter 20. The 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments is encapsulated with 5 fundamental principles. But I'm mentioning when you go through the 10 Commandments, you'll be wondering, what is the scripture saying? Oh, it's to love your father and your mother, then you have what? Long life. Oh, don't kill, don't murder. Has anything to do with what we are doing? That is the amazing question. But the 2 fundamental premise that you need to note here, it's simple. The fundamental premise is this: the 10 Commandments is written on 2 tablets of stone and it has a love shape. The shape look loving. You understand what I'm saying? And on that 2 bases, one have 5 and the other have what? 5. Now the first thing you need to note about this 10 Commandment is that he provided an original schematic plan for relationship. Number 1 is how man relates with God. The first 5 commandments talks about how man relates with what? With God. That's God-man relationship. And then number 2, which is the remaining 5, tells us how the humans relate with what? With themselves. Can you imagine that God encapsulated connective economy in the 10 commandments? And that is what is going on today. Do you know the 5th commandment that says, love your father and mother and you will have long life? It's a principle that tells you that the first place you learn about relationship is with your parents when they've given birth to you. True of us. When you come out, people will come around, neighbors will come. What a young boy, what a young girl. And then as you grow up, you got to recognize that these are your parents. And then from there, say, this is your uncle, this is your nephew, this is your cousin. You say, you mean I have all these great cousins and uncles? What is that? That was a connection. Relationship. Now, as you move further, you will now understand something very clearly. The principle that is trying to show forth is simple. Number 1, that principle is this: that everybody that is created by God have the right to exist. Have the right to do what? To exist. And then number 2, that for every relationship, as long as we all have the right to exist, we have unique relationship. 2 of us. Unique one. Now the reason why the world needs to come to us is because God is people oriented. Never say people oriented. Now where do you get the word from? Do you get the word from the sky? You know, for too long the church has wallowed in this subject called faith. And sometimes I see it as a misconception because faith is not the doctrine of the church. And I want you to understand, because the Jewish people understood what faith is. Do you know what? If I conceive the idea of making lost water, it's not faith. It's hope. But the moment lost water is bottled in this form and I can touch it, that is what is called faith. The Jewish man said, if you come to a place and there are no dishes, there are no gutters, there are no channels, it is not faith. Your faith is that you dug channels and waters are draining through. That is what is called faith. I will say that. That was the result. That result is faith. Now we don't need faith to get our 25 billion. So I'm going to how we'll get our 25 billion here. I want to get here. Because I'm going to give you an hint. I'm a bundle of ideas. Do you know why? Because the word idea is just 2 words. I and there. I means God and there means thought. So divine thought. Finish. Divine what? Thought. That's divine thought. So by the effect of divine thought, Club 117 came. And by divine thought, we are going to get at 25 billion. How much you get here? It's not going to be by faith. But we're going to get it. And I'll show you briefly here. I'm about running in just 20 minutes. Is that okay? Is that okay? Look, these are wise men seated here. Do you know that your wealth is before you here? One thing you should notice is wealth is spiritual. Ever say wealth is spiritual? I'm telling you, wealth is spiritual. Not only that, it's a spiritual reality. Not only that, wealth is a dimension. Not only that, wealth inches on people. And not only that, it inches on relationship. That's what it does. And for us to gather here today, God is about to do something in your life and in my life and in this country at large. Why are we coming together? You know why we're coming together? It's not for us to view ourselves as an instrument of our own desires. This club is not taking advantage of you. Hello, somebody here. Do you know sometimes people go into relationship because of what they will get from people? But let me give you the good news here. The reason for relationship is for the joy that we are created diverse. Look at your 10 fingers. Check the indexes. Check everything here. Are they all the same? No. Do you know why God gave you those 10 fingers? It's the course that Harvard University discovered called creativity and innovation. Now every hand here is creativity and what? Innovation. Which means God wants us to be diverse, to get to the world of innovation. Do you know, sir, when Jacob was concluding his will, prophetically, he called the various children and prophesied on their life. According to the Jewish tradition, he was telling them that Reuben has a particular kind of skill that Judah will need. And Judah has a particular kind of skill. It's a connective skill. He's bringing them together to tell them that they all need one another. Do you know that every one of us seated here, we are a premise of that connectivity that will bring about the wealth in this club and the world at large. That's the reason for that. Of course, you are hearing what they call the fifth wave economy. Where do we pick it from? It's from the 10 Commandments they picked it. People and information, that's all. Where do we pick it from? From there. So I move on a little bit. Very quickly. Number one way to relate, number one way to get that connection is to learn from your parents. Number two, stay connected to others. Stay connected to what? To others. How do we connect to others? Let me give you something that will shock you here. Do you know that in the Jewish culture, they don't play with birthdays? With what? Birthdays. Whether you are invited or not, attend birthdays. Attend what? They say you see people there. Before you know from one talk or the other, what happens? You start connecting. That was a burial ceremony. You say attend burial ceremony. Okay, you may not understand what I'm saying. Let me go back again to Genesis. Now, Adam and Eve, praise God, they came up. But you know, they have a child called Cain, is that right? Now, the word Cain means acquisition. He liked to acquire. But you know, he killed his brother, and the intention of God is not for you to depopulate the earth. It's meant to what? To use the population to get your wealth. So when Cain was coming to his senses, he gave birth to a child by the name Enoch. And Enoch make education. Do you know what happened, sir? Enoch married two wives and started populating the earth because he knew that where there is population, there is wealth. You guys didn't hear me? Sir, I thought your vision would have been in Ikotekpene. Because I know that in Ikotekpene, you will not meet up to 2 million people there. But you know what happened? It's in Kaduna. And not just Kaduna. Do you know the population of Kaduna? The 25 billion is here already. Do you know that in doing great businesses, go to where people are populated because population is wealth? Enoch understood it and the Jewish people understood it. Abraham was another man that understood that very well. Do you know that? Do you know what Abraham does? He welcomed people to his home. For example, you just welcome somebody to your home, just come and have dinner. Come on. Out of the dinner, what happened? Business card is taken. What do you do? I mean, I'm a painter. He said, why you do this? That was a connectivity. It's happening already. It's happening already. Sometimes you go to burial ceremony, you say, it's somebody like that. No. That was a connectivity. So you connect with festivity, you know. The Jewish people don't joke with it. Number three, how do we build this relationship? That was a friendship. And do you know it leads to wealth? It leads to what? To wealth. Now, according to the Jewish culture, there is this devotion they have. In this devotion, they are always 10. Or do you know they believe in the power of what? Of 10. That if Agada has 10%, it means that the 10 persons have their what? 10, and the 10 already have another what? 10, and then it goes in that 200. Do you know that they valued those numbers because they knew that wealth is coming out of it? I tell you friends, which kind of friends do you have? Now, do you know when I came to this place, I met bankers. I met, look at oil guru here right now. Very soon I'll just go close to him. And then we'll exchange that card. Come on, say amen here. What is that? That was a connectivity. Oh, you're a medical doctor here and all those stuff. Oh, I want to establish one. Oh, I want this, I want that. What is happening? That was a connection. You know something, when you come to meeting, don't frown your face, smile. We're all human beings created with diversity. We all need ourselves. We are interconnected. You know, don't be too serious. Like the Living Faith pastor that is here right now. Can you hear me, sir? In fact, I know that one day you bring me to Living Faith there. That was a connectivity. I'm not sure she'll invite me. One day, that was a connection. Because you remember something and say, no, this person has it, let him come and talk to us. That was a friendship. Very, very important. Number 4, how do we connect for greater works? Because in Isaiah 60, 4-5 there, now you see the thrones that were coming. Crowd is wealth. Ever say crowd? Crowd is wealth. Crowd is wealth. Go to where you have the crowd and you have the money. Do you know sometimes only one naira from 10 people, one naira from 1,000 people, how much is that? Go there. Wealth can only be created in popular cities and populated cities, I mean. Thank you. The 5th one, because I have only 1 point and I'm over. Connection can be enhanced through what I call people and information. People and what? And information. And do you know how I do that? Ever say golfers? I don't play golf, but these days I'm going towards that area. Do you know why? The timbers and the caterpillars, they are in that zone. So whenever we go there, what is the value of picking balls? I'm not picking balls because deputy governor may be your governor. I'm not a golfer, but I'm going there already. Do you know why? I am meeting, let me tell you, some of you don't understand this thing. Put my speakers, put everything, dress. Before you know, they're asking you, hello young man, how are you doing? I say, I'm doing very good. Oh, your excellency, how are you doing? Oh, that's great. See, man, you go to the show, oh my, you're playing this thing well. When did you start playing golf? So, well, I'm just trying to watch how you guys do it. From there, they start discussing a few things about politics, discussing a few things about leadership. How can they solve this problem? I only one idea from you will give the solution. And I say, please, Mr. Solomon, where are you? Can you become the commissioner of your state, please, in education? Simple. But the problem we have as Christians, we don't socialize. We don't what? Go to cocktail parties. You don't need to drink. I have a friend who attended one of the military cocktail parties. And he said, oh, how do you do? He said, please, name what you want. I will give you land in Abuja. The man said, I don't need anything. You know, when he met me, he said, Solomon, I regret it. Because if he had those lands, I will have the land too, brother. I tell you. The man lost it. The final thing I want to say here before I sit down, and how we can connect for greater works, is simple. Helping other people to improve their lives. When you do that, you improve your own what? Life. So Club 117 has come to improve your life. Has come to what? Improve your life. So tonight, as I conclude, if Paris can begin to lend to nation, in no distant time we're going to have a speed. Do you know why I know that? We have 3 levels of wealth. The highest level is spiritual level. This spiritual level is not giving to the 2 levels. And let me tell you first, let me reveal one secret to you. The richest man in the world, they still remain in the 2 levels. The 2 levels are material level 1 and 2, the psychological level. I get the point. So Dangote, the Bill Gates, the Larry Buffett, the Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of them, they are not in the spiritual level. Do you know why God left it that way? He left it for the church. The spiritual level is what? For the church. So the wealth of this world belongs to the church. You know, I don't want you to prophesy and say the wealth of the Gentiles will come to us. The only way this wealth will come is in building programs. Let us say building programs. So wealth is within programs. So this club decide to build a microfinance club. This club decide to give us Asusu. This club is doing a bonanza, true of us. This club is giving a lending for you to boost your business. And do you know, not too long, we'll have our resource center. Not too long, we are also going to have our health care facilities. That is one of the greatest things I want to give you. Do you know that everywhere in the world, and especially in this country, as long as you are eating acidic food, you'll be sick. Because most of your food is not alkaline. And do you know, sir, for us to cure depression, you know why people are depressed is that they are lonely. They don't like associating with people. And the more you associate with people, the more wealthy and healthier you become. So we want to solve that problem. Supposing we have 5,000, 10,000 people, and we just put up our health program, which we are going to do already. I don't know if you're happy with that. Medical doctors, do you know the 25 billion will be realized? Just 2,000 of our insurance help. Let's treat some common stuff. Let's take some vital signs. Let's treat some malarias and typhoid. Is that right? Occasionally, let's do some little eyes. But let them register. Sign just an insurance of just 2,000. Tell me if 10,000 people will give us that 2,000. And tell me if 5,000 will give us that 2,000. And tell me if 20,000 will give us that 2,000. I tell you, friends, before this year runs out into the middle of next year, the 25 billion will be producing your 25 million every day. I want to say thank you. This is how we can connect to get to prayer house. God bless you.
Put your hands together for Professor himself.